Hello, my name is Robert Smolin, and welcome to my Managerial Accounting 102 online class. What you are looking at now is the dashboard for Canvas, which is the platform we're going to be working from. And you can access this through the Citrus College website. So I'm going to open up my 102 Winter 2018 section, and whether or not this is for winter 2018, which it is now, or whether this video is being viewed in the future, the process will be the same. And we're going to talk about how to be successful in an online environment. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the syllabus. This is my homepage. And you can see my name, Robert Smolin, phone number, my email. My office on campus is in the LB building. And the office hours are really by appointment since this is an online class. We'll be using, for this particular term, the Managerial Accounting published by Cengage. The authors are Warren, Reeve, and Dukoch, 13th edition. For future classes, that may be updated. Okay, now this book is bundled with Cengage Now, which is your online homework manager. I'm going to let you read the course objectives and the student learning objectives. Being that you're taking Accounting 102, you have passed 101, so you have some idea that accounting is a time-consuming class. Okay, so having said that, let's just go right to the grading policy. Again, you can read the syllabus on your own. There's going to be a total of 4 exams, 3 midterms and a final exam. The final exam is not cumulative. It's simply the 4th exam. Notice it says 1 exam score may be dropped, no makeup exams, and that's for any circumstance. Okay, you get to simply drop an exam. I don't need to know which one you're going to drop. I'll know it's going to be the low score or the exam that you missed. Okay, there will also be homework on Cengage, and there will be quizzes. Notice the homework collectively, all the homework together is worth the same as 1 exam, and same thing, all the quizzes collectively are worth the same as 1 exam. There will be a total of 500 points, and you can see the breakdown for an A, B, C, and D. Notice it says I will drop the low 3 quiz scores. Now, the reason I drop 3 quiz scores, and along with why I drop the exam score, is to account for things happening. Sometimes life prevents you from missing an assignment, because when deadlines have come and gone, the computer shuts down, and I'm not turning it back on. Okay? The deadlines will be posted well in advance. You will know them, and may I strongly encourage you to not wait until the last day or two before an assignment is due. That's a recipe for trouble. Okay? You will also make some mistakes. You will try to open up a quiz and at the same time open up another tab in Cengage, which will destabilize the program and may force you to get kicked out. Or you may hit the browser back button, which you shouldn't do. Or you may prematurely submit the quiz or the homework before you're done. Or some other tech issue of some sort. Okay, so allowing you 3 drops will account for this. Please be careful. Please use reliable internet connection. I do not recommend working from a cell phone or even a tablet. I suggest you work from a computer with a landline connection. Okay, and again, please try to do the assignments well in advance. Don't wait till the last day. That frequently causes trouble. Okay? If there are any special circumstances, okay, if you are a DSPS, for example, you should let me know in advance. If you are a veteran, we appreciate your service, and we have a vet center here. We're a military-friendly campus, and we offer a variety of services to our vets. If you need more information, I have a link right there, and of course you can call me if you're having any difficulty. Now, notice the class schedule. And it says this is an approximate schedule. See Cengage Now for exact assignment deadlines. We'll take a look at that. But this gives you an idea of the pace of the course. Now, being that this is a winter session, okay, this is a 6-week course, whereas a semester will be a 16-week course. So the winter and summer people, you guys are in a very accelerated class here. Okay, whereas fall and spring you have 16 weeks. But same thing. Here's how we're going to cover the material. Notice you're going to read about 3 chapters per week in the winter session. In a 16-week semester, it's about 1 chapter a week. And then we'll have exams, And again, notice each exam says see Cengage now for exact exam dates. And I will show you that. Okay, so here's an idea of how we're going to cover the material. Notice at the very bottom it says, in red, if there is a conflict between the syllabus and Cengage Now or See Now, please follow the deadlines on Cengage Now. By the way, Cengage Now is sometimes called Cengage Brain on the website by Cengage, so just so you're aware of that. Okay, now I want to go back to the top here, and online classes will receive a variety of announcements, and these will be released on various dates. Okay, so here are the various announcements. You're not going to see them until I've released them. I also want to show you the modules. Now I have some what's called built-in redundancies. So there's a variety of ways, 2 or 3 different ways to access information. The modules is where most of the course content is. So if you look at the Introduction to Accounting 102 online, you'll see announcements. Please read carefully. There's the video and using Canvas for Accounting 101 and 102. So let's take a look at these announcements. Please read carefully. And I'm going to let you click on these on your own. Welcome to 102 Online, how to register for Cengage, a website to buy the book directly from Cengage, help from Cengage, the exam dates, my YouTube link. I'll talk about my YouTube videos momentarily. And if you use an Apple product, that basically says use Safari if you're using an Apple product. Okay, so let's go back to modules. And each chapter, there's my syllabus, there's the external link to Cengage for homework and quizzes and exams. And then notice each chapter has a link to the video lecture series on YouTube. There's a link to that chapter specific video. My PowerPoint slides. Now, I decided to leave them in there, although I don't recommend you use them, certainly not as a study tool. Okay? In my live classes, I'll use the PowerPoint slides, and my students like to have access to them, so I give them to them. But since this is not a live class, you really shouldn't need the PowerPoint slides. The next link is really important. Chapter 16, Homework Solutions. Please listen carefully. All the homework in Cengage are what we call algorithmic questions. So that means all the students will have the same question but different numbers so that there's no answer sharing. Those questions in Cengage are the same questions that are on the syllabus, which can be found in the back of each chapter. Now, in the book, whether it's the ebook or the hard copy, we call those static questions, since all students are looking at the exact same set of numbers in each of the questions. They're identical questions. The homework solutions are to the questions in the back of the book, in the back of each chapter. So what I recommend is that you practice doing the homework from the static questions at the back of each chapter. Check your solutions, check your answers against the homework solutions which I provided, and when you feel confident, then go to Cengage and do your homework. Okay, that's what I recommend you do. You don't have to do that, but I certainly recommend it. Additionally, I've given you the solutions to pretty much all the questions in the book, so you can practice as much as you want, additional questions, even if they are not assigned in the syllabus. Each chapter I have my instructor comments where I just talk about some of the main elements in each chapter. And then there's the link to Cengage Now to do your homework, quizzes, and exams. And you can see for chapter 17, it's the same, and 18 and 19, and all the way through chapter 27. Chapter 27, there is not a video for that chapter, but everything else is there. Okay, so please explore Canvas on your own, and please read all the links that I've provided, especially in the first section here, right here, where it says Introduction to Accounting 102 Online. Okay, please read those, and of course, if you have any questions, you're always welcome to contact me. Email is the most likely means by which we'll be communicating. Okay, so that's Canvas. Now I want to show you Cengage. Okay, in Canvas, there was instructions on how to register and get into Cengage. Now there is a 2-week free trial period while you're obtaining your Cengage. May I suggest that you simply buy the book bundled with the software from the Citrus College bookstore. I don't get a commission. I don't really care where you get the book from, but I'm confident that if you do that, you'll get the book quickly and can get started. If you choose to buy the book from some obscure website and it takes 3 to 4 weeks for you to receive it, I do not extend deadlines. I've provided a link where you can buy the book and or the ebook, which comes bundled with Cengage now, directly from Cengage, but those are the two recommended sources, Cengage directly or our bookstore, because then I know you're going to get it quickly. Okay? If you get it through Amazon or some other website, you're on your own. And again, I do not extend deadlines, so please, in a winter course especially, winter and summer, you don't have a moment to lose. So don't drag your feet and wait until the 2-week period's over, because what happens is the 2-week free trial ends and it freezes you out. Now they'll save all of your work, and once you register and pay your fees, then it'll open back up and all your work will be there, so you won't have to do it over again. Okay, but you may lose time in the process. So please be aware. Okay, now here is the home page, and I have a few additional links that you will probably not see, but you will see assignments, gradebook, and study tools. Now if you click on study tools, this is what shows up. Here's the ebook, so when you get Cengage now, even if you have the hard copy, you have the ebook. And again, it doesn't matter if you use the hard copy or the ebook, it's the same thing. I don't care which one you use. Okay, and then there's a variety of study tools in here, and I'll let you explore this on your own. Okay, notice you pretty much select the chapter. So we'll say chapter 16 for Managerial Accounting, and they show you the various resources on the left here. Now I just want to say it's possible that your managerial book may start at chapter 1, or it may start at chapter 16. That's why I'm making reference to chapter 16, because sometimes students will buy what's called the combined financial managerial accounting book. The first 15 chapters are financial, and then managerial accounting starts at chapter 16. Okay, so whether your book says chapter 1 or chapter 16, it's going to be the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to go back now, and we're going to click on assignments. Now the grade book, that'll show you all of your homework, quizzes, and exam scores, only for you. I'll see, of course, the whole class's worth. Here are the assignments. This is where we really want to spend a little bit of time. Okay, so I've clicked on the assignments tab, and the first thing I want to point out, and I want you to be very clear about this, is notice we see the date that the assignment becomes available, and we see the due dates. Now, some of these assignments you will not see initially until it opens up. But you will have the available dates and the due dates on your assignments, and you're given plenty of time. And again, in the winter and summer sessions, you don't have that much time since we're in a very compressed course. So you really need to be on top of this. This is your responsibility. Okay? I would check in a few times a week to play it safe. Okay? So notice we have chapter 16 assignment. That's the homework. Then the chapter 16 quiz, chapter 17 homework assignment, chapter 17 quiz, etc. Now, by the way, homework questions, you have 3 attempts and unlimited time, whereas a quiz, you have 1 attempt and you have 30 minutes to complete it, because a quiz is a test. The homework is not really a test. So let's go and click on a homework assignment. We'll see how this works. Okay, now I go to preview as a student, and this is what you're going to see. Now, this is very important. You need to read these instructions. It says to avoid unintended assignment submission, and I'll let you read all those bullet points. Okay, this is where a lot of students get kicked out, and then they come calling or emailing me, say, can you please open it up? And the answer is no. I drop 3 quizzes. I do not drop homework since you have 3 attempts, and you can check your work a few times, which I'm going to show you now. So we're going to start the assignment. Okay, so we see this exercise 16 for chapter 16, exercise 1. Indicate whether each of the following is a direct material, direct labor, or factory overhead, and we're just going to randomly select. Okay, we'll call this one, I'm just picking some of these. Some will be right, some will be wrong. You probably could answer this correctly even having not read the chapter, but I don't recommend doing that. I recommend that you read the chapter first before you start doing stuff. Okay, so now notice down here, check my work. You can check your work 3 times. I want to draw your attention to the lower right corner down here. Don't hit the blue button that says submit assignment for grading until you're done with all the assignments. That'll be your first submission. Remember, you get 3 submissions. If you get to the 3rd submission, there's a penalty. You can only get 75% of the total points possible. Okay? So the first attempt and second attempt, you can get 100%. And for each of the 3 attempts, each question, you get to check your work 3 times. That's the equivalent to having 9 attempts. If you can't answer the question by 9 times, it's safe to say you probably don't know it. So let's go ahead and check my work. And notice I got a few right and I got a few wrong. X's in red, checks in green. So now I would then go and I'd research, I'd go back to the book. Notice you can go to these links here, Learning Objective 2. Let's click on this, and this will take us back to the part of the book where you then read up on the 3 product costs: direct materials, direct labor, and overhead. And here it is. Okay? So that's how Cengage now is going to operate. But again, reminder, quizzes, you only get 1 attempt and 30 minutes. There's 10 multiple choice questions in a quiz. The exams, you will have 2 hours, and those are predominantly word problems, and you'll have several of them. Okay? So that is how Cengage operates in a nutshell. Okay, so we've now seen Canvas and Cengage. The last part is really the how to be successful in an online class part, and that is you need to get in the right frame of mind. You, for whatever reason, agreed to sign up for a 6-week course if it's winter or summer, or a 16-week course if it's fall or spring. And especially for the winter and summer, this is a very accelerated course. But regardless, you're doing this online, which means you're not going to have a live lecture. Now, you will have videos, which I'll show you after this on YouTube, but you're going to have to be self-motivated. And this is doable. And since you've already passed financial accounting, there's no reason to think you won't pass managerial, even if this is your first time in an online course. I would strongly recommend that you follow the syllabus for pacing purposes. For winter and summer, anticipate 3 chapters a week and about 20 hours per week invested in the class. For the fall and spring, it's about a chapter a week, and I would say about anywhere from 6 to 9 hours, depending on how fast you read and your attention span and all that stuff. But that gives you a basic guideline. It may be less for you, it may be more for you. You're going to have to tailor this to your own personal preferences and styles, etc. Okay? And so you're going to have to reach out to me if you have questions. That's part of the online experience. Okay, I make the assignments, I communicate by announcements, but I'm available by email. You're welcome to visit me on campus. Okay, but you have to reach out if you have questions. I'm happy to work with you. Okay, but you have to make a decision that you're going to pass this class the first time out. Many, many people have to take accounting 2 times, sometimes 3 times, and it's an incredible waste of time because eventually these people pass the class, which means the 3rd time around they did what they should have done the first time around. So may I suggest and encourage you to get in the right frame of mind and to be self-motivated and to read my announcements and to ask questions when you need it and to say to yourself, I'm going to do this right the first time. So, last thing I want to do is I want to go take a look at YouTube. Now I'm just going to open up a new tab here and let's see if I can find it. Here we go down to YouTube. Do a quick search. Now my website is called Accounting Bytes. Okay, and I'm just going to put my last name in there. And here it is, right here, Accounting Bytes. And if you go to the playlist, right here, you will see, here's my financial accounting videos, my managerial accounting videos, and then these are my mini videos for financial accounting. So I don't have any mini managerial accounting videos. So if you click on managerial accounting, I inadvertently opened up this video, but there I am, and gives you an idea. So over here, I didn't call them chapters 16 through 27. And that's intentional because sometimes we switch textbooks. But you can look at the name of each video as I scroll down, and you should be able to identify the video that correlates to whatever chapter you're reading, and they're not necessarily in the same order as the book. So again, look at the title carefully. Now what you'll see, I'm just going to play this briefly. There I am, and I will work problems on the board from scratch, and we'll have slides which provide the additional information. Okay, and each of the videos will be structured similarly, and what's nice about this is you can hit pause, you can rewind, you can fast forward if you don't want to see the whole video, you just want to go to a particular part, and it's here for your benefit. If you read the material and it makes sense, you don't have to watch the video. However, as a general rule of thumb, I think is a good part of a study plan to read the chapter first, watch the video, then attempt the homework in the back of the chapter, and once you've done that and you feel good about it, then go to Cengage and do the homework. Try to do the homework while we're covering the material, and so part of this pacing process, and please, again, don't wait until the last day or two. That's just a recipe for trouble. Not to mention, you've probably forgotten some of the material if you read it several days ago. So I'm recommending, if you want to pass this class the first time, read the chapter, take notes, highlight, watch the video, pause, rewind as often as necessary, practice the questions at the back of each chapter so that you can then check the solutions in Canvas, and then do the homework and the quizzes in Cengage. Okay, so that's my course in a nutshell. I wish you the best of luck. You can do this. This is not rocket science. It's managerial accounting. Just get in the right frame of mind and make a commitment to pass this the first time.